Penis. Alright. Welcome back to the
Vagina.
We are adults, ladies and gentlemen. Uh air quotes. Welcome back to The Fallen Returns. Last week our brave heroes uh woke up after a night in Fioriel's TARDIS house. Uh with Connor sleeping outside. Eventually the professor showed up. You all had a talk with her where she tried to reassure you that she understood if you didn't trust her, but this needed to be done to at least trust her that far. So you all went through the City of Sacrifices, Ilalina, and managed to find where the portal to the Shadowfell was, only it is a portal to a pocket dimension where the ancient evil Shadow Dragon of Doom was imprisoned. Upon going there, you found one of his descendants stalking in front of the portal, talking shit while Fioriel tried to use her magic to reinforce the wards. The dragon managed to get out. A fight ensued, which claimed the life of Connor. After defeating the dragon, a ritual was cast to bring him back from the dead, with Talmar, Corin, and the professor calling out to Connor, telling him he needs to come back. Um, Resurrected, Connor was brought back to life, and afterwards, it was revealed that Fioriel, the former Archmage of the Arcana, was actually a silver dragon, and uh, promising you a. I can hear myself again. Promising you a better place to talk about things, she cast teleport and brought you to her lair, which you are now here. You find yourselves in a open, elegant lair, far different, it seems, from most other dragon lairs you've ever been to. Everything is neatly stored. Books, scrolls, there are items in glass display cases, there's some on pedestals. It is a wonder in here. It looks like a mix between a museum and a library, and it seems that she loves to hoard information as well as magical items. She's not very typical of a silver dragon, but as you've known her, she doesn't seem to be the typical silver dragon. Um, she seems exhausted when she beckons you to a little off room from the main hoard. And inside, there seems to be lots of comfy chairs. With the flick of her hand, she lights a hearth, springs to flame, casting light over everything in here. Seems to be whites and silvers and blues. And there's tons of cushions, and she has you all sit down, and she will go get drinks and refreshments, and please relax, and then we can discuss things and see about getting you back on the path. And she leaves the room to let you guys recover and talk amongst yourselves as she goes and gets some food and drink for you all.
I reach into the bag of holding and I pull out one of the. Oh wait, I guess I should look and see if we actually have them. Oh yeah, we have plenty of bottles of whiskey. I just hand the bottle to Connor. You burn that one. And then I take out my own bottle and sit down in one of the comfy chairs.
No, it's like cork in teeth.
Yeah.
Just
That Archer gif of him drinking.
Yeah.
I also sit down in a comfy chair next to Arendir.
I take a big slug and then hand it to Corin.
Offer it to whoever's around me.
I just walk by and grab the bottle, pull out a little cup, pour it into the cup, and start walking and looking at things, and I mage hand the bottle to the next person.
Thank you.
And then I just go around looking at everything.
Roll perception for me. You actually, as you're sipping and looking at a cursory glance, there is quite a lot here. There seems to be extensive book collection and extensive scroll selection. You see various different staffs and stuff like that. You also notice something curious in what seems to be held in a sort of magic field. And it is a tiny black orb that hangs almost insidious in the air.
Well, this is interesting. And I take a sip of the whiskey.
Roll Arcana for me.
Magic whiskey.
Magic whiskey.
I was fully expecting.
Eh.
You know it is magic, and you know definitely not to poke it. But other than that, you're like, you have been through too much shit in the last 24 hours for this.
I take out a little piece of paper and I write "Do not touch" and I affix it to the thing.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
And then I continue on looking at all the things.
There's lots of things here. Most of what you see here tends to be books and scrolls. She seems to... This reminds
I
me a
am
little
making
bit
a
of the
mental note of every single one.
This is, if not comparable to, on par with the Greenbrier Collective's library, including, as you look, several volumes that you thought didn't exist anymore.
Interesting.
Little Miss Hoarder here. Eventually, she comes back. She seems to have brought some wine and some mead, knowing that you guys probably need a little bit more sterner stuff than water. And there's various amounts of, there's honey bread, there's some meats. She doesn't have much in the way of vegetables. She apologized. I haven't been back here in quite some time. It's been about 100 years.
These are jerkies, I take it, yes.
I know how to create food and water.
Okay.
I was talking about the wine.
Okay.
It's a very fine vintage. But,
Where are we, Furio?
you are actually near the gate. Close to Shaloon.
Well, how about that?
I am close friends with the gentleman who runs the Temple of Bahamut in Shaloon, incidentally.
Uh-huh.
This is an old elvish fortification that I have since made my own. Back when Shaloon was a little bit more... the borders were a little bit more expanded than they are now. I took it, and I've made it my own. They
So
don't
wait-
seem to mind too much.
We're in the Empire, not Talred.
Yes, you're on the Empire side of the mountains, relatively close to Shaloon, near Mythigar. I can take you back to Valandarel.
No
any other
need.
place?
I can take. I am most capable of taking us back to Valandar when we need to.
Do we want to go back?
I don't know that we really need to go back to Valandar.
I have taken care of everything with my family. We have brokered a deal for ships. I don't want to talk about what I gave up, but
I was going to say there must have been some sort of price for you, Professor.
it is of no concern to us at this point in time. We don't have time.
Well, we're here if you need anything.
Thank you. Both of my kidneys, actually. I have 6. No. Oh, someone's trying to whisper something. What? No, what?
Nailed it.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
This is the shame. This is the shame.
Furiel says, If you need anything at all, I will be around. There's some things I need to attend to, and I figured you all could use some time to yourselves. If you do not wish magical teleportation means, I can also provide you a map of how to get back to Shallown, and I'm pretty sure.
Farewell, I have a personal question to ask you. I know you're a dragon, and your privacy is utmost important, but would you mind if perhaps I learned your teleportation rune?
Of course not.
Thank you. I go and I study them.
She actually seems to have a room that's nothing but teleportation circles, and it is huge. And there seems to be one through most of the city-states of Islanora. There's one to Bavone, there's one to the Arcana. There seems to be another one that you're not familiar with. There's one that seems to lead to another place. There are several here. It's very interesting how far she seems to have traveled in her life.
You have been quite busy, Furiel.
Age is a hell of a thing, Professor.
Tell me about it. I mean, I can't confess to your lifespan, but 526 does take a toll. You see a lot of things, and forget even more.
That's why I try to write everything down. It's tedious at best, but at least then I can go back and take a look and go, oh, that's right. I do hate that bastard.
Writing it down is a good thing. Plus, future generations might benefit from your wisdom if they come across it.
That is the hope. It's part of the reason why I joined the Arcana in the first place. I thought maybe with a gentle hand I could nudge them into stop this foolish idea of getting rid of information because it's dangerous.
Well, you can find the mortal races quite tedious, I'm sure. It's not normal for a dragon to have gotten so far into our affairs.
My mother had said as often, but I do quite love the small folk. You all are tenacious and brave. And when darkness falls, you are often the ones who stand up first and go no more. I thought I would emulate you all, and I found that being amongst you all, I couldn't bear to leave. I left, obviously, many times, but I keep coming back. I think that says something about me.
You are a diamond in the rough, Furiel.
More like silver in the rough, Professor.
I'm not nearly drunk enough for these stupid fucking puns.
Oh, there's more.
Mine
I have
wasn't a
harder stuff of
pun.
It was a compliment, which I appreciate.
Yes, and then Corin. Always with the wisecrack. Furiel, if you don't have...
Wisdom is my highest stat.
If you have something stronger, that would be marvelous. It's been an interesting few weeks.
I will go back down to the cellar and see what I can pull.
Elvish wine, perhaps?
I got plenty of that. Elvish wine. I have certain whiskeys. And then I have this very interesting vintage that I got from Geist. That strange country to the west. I also have a rum from the Duchy of Ducasus. Very, very nice, spiced even. I'll bring a lot up. You'll need it. And then I have some other things that I think you all could use, but first I'll go grab some more beverages. She's getting the rum. She's getting it. As she leaves you all there. You guys have generally command of this level of the horde, of the lair at least.
I'm like looking at the books, and I like stop. I'm like, next time she's up, I'm like, Furiel, Is this the first edition of Talera's Tenacious Teachings?
Signed.
No.
I have a problem. Dragon, I hoard. It's a thing.
Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
Oh,
She
I didn't
sets-
even think this still existed.
She sets 2 bottles of spiced rum down. One she is gifting to you all. The other one she says, please drink. And she sets down a fine bottle of Elvish wine,
What's the year on this?
1100.
Oh, excellent. I just sort of mage hand it open. Pour myself a wine glass and I sit down in a chair and open up the book. Just sort of. Oh my, Furiel. Oh my. And I just sort of get cozy. Like, do all what you want. Professor's going out for a while.
Have any of us ever seen him like this before?
Dom would,
It's
but I
never
missed the
clear.
whole thing.
He had a single drink and was drunk.
Oh,
You've
that's
not seen
right.
him drink like this before.
Alright, he magic missiled Corin's kitchen.
Wait, what?
Just kidding. That didn't happen.
No, it's fine.
I can't hear any of you. I'm in my own world.
I'm happy about this.
Well, this solves a problem of ours, sort of, where we are. We're now a few days' travel from Mythigar for the last. What's it? Second to last.
Sort of feel bad abandoning the hex blades and
Do not feel bad. I have sent word to Tessa. Everything. I have concluded everything. That bow is tied. It is a pretty bow. It's a very pretty bow. Cost a bit, but it's pretty. All that's tied up. Tied up like a nice bow.
I think we got it, Professor.
We get it.
Yes, now it's more. Now we must press on to Mythigar. That is the most important thing. Mythigar is the land of the dwarves, and that is where we must go. To Mythigar.
Midgar is where we need to go.
This book is fascinating. Fascinating.
I'm gonna have a glass of whatever he's drinking, because Jesus fuck.
There's no need to get into Furiel's kink list. You don't need it.
Don't you kink shame my... Oh god, now somebody don't kink shame my dragon and don't yiff the dragon. God damn it.
You can't have it both
Yeah,
ways,
both.
Snicket.
Careful. Careful.
Gotta
She
tread that
says
line.
If you all would like, she does have accommodations that she's kept. You all aren't the first people I've had here, though it's been 300 years since I last had guests. So if you'd like to stay to rest to recover before heading out.
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
Good idea.
Also, well, see, somebody put a do not touch sign on my. You know what? It's all right as long as you don't touch it. That is the idea.
Is liquor before wine, you'll be fine. Or liquor with wine. Whatever. I don't know.
Roll Constitution save, buddy.
I think you're just making things up, Talma. That's not.
Ew, did you really do that? That's
I've
disgusting.
never heard of that.
It's a well-known gnomish saying.
I don't think that's true. Can I roll an insight on that?
Okay. Telmar, you are fucking like.
Good. That was the point.
Yeah, you're already. Aye, sir.
See you in a bit.
She comes in with more food and she tells you how to get to the beds if need be, and though if you all pass out here, she understands. Just be careful. Some of the things in the horde library, some things in the main room I don't recommend touching.
Yeah? Such
Oh.
as?
I'm sure we'll find them.
But I think it is the professor's handwriting I saw. He posted a sign on one of them. Don't recommend touching that one, especially not touching that one.
Good to know.
I won't touch anything.
And I hope you touch the liquor and the food. That's there to be
That's
touched.
already been touched.
Don't literally touch the food unless you're eating it, Corin.
Why would I touch food if I wasn't gonna eat it?
I don't know, Corin. I don't know. Sometimes with you, it's all jokes.
I've seen you lick clean stuff.
Professor,
Yes.
did you put the do not touch sign on my sphere of annihilation?
Yes, it's a sphere of annihilation. No one should touch it.
Nope, that's definitely not touch. I found that about 25 years ago. I thought it was interesting.
It's a sphere of annihilation. It can annihilate things in a sphere.
That's usually how that works, yes. There's some cursed items about as well. I like prodding them. It's interesting.
Dragons. No offense. Your curiosity is marvelous, really. But your wisdom over the curiosity is even more impressive. The rest of us never know when to quit. Better you have them than some crazy person.
I don't want to leave them someplace where someone might hurt themselves or worse.
Mostly worse.
I'm gonna go over to the professor and give him the. While you were gone, we were attacked by some weird, abominable wolf creature thing,
Oh yeah.
and I got some teeth, claws, and an eyeball. I know you like to dabble with parts, so here.
I found this eyeball and I thought of you immediately.
I'm sorry, you're talking to me.
No, it's the other professor. Just put the package down.
Yes, I'll look at those later as I pour more wine.
I'll just send you what I gave you.
I do like pots. I like to put them together in interesting ways. It makes magic-y things. We survived a shadow dragon.
We did.
Mostly, at least.
Well, yes, we all mostly survived.
Do you have some of that telescription paper still, Professor?
Yes.
Can I have a couple pages?
No.
Please?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, fuck, this wine is good.
It's 1100 years old,
Yeah.
and it's elvish. It's older than me.
Aaron, dear, you should totally eat your mushrooms. You have.
Now, that is a wonderful plan, Corin. However, I ate them all during Connor's coronation, so
All of them?
it wasn't a whole lot.
Probably a wise thing, since there are things that could kill us.
So, Talmar, when you went to take out the claw, you found there was a piece of paper attached. Apparently,
Excuse me?
your friend had left you a letter as well. Do you have your audio on? Because I know you.
It's not very loud.
I would turn it up. Because I have something for you.
Okay.
I got something for you. Oh, I know what you got.
No, I can't hear anything.
It's so soft.
It's really quiet.
you find amongst the letter a tiny little misshapen what seems to be holy symbol of Bahamut, and there's magic attached to it. So if you could put in your inventory, magic symbol of Bahamut.
Okay. Talmar is just gonna kind of, after finishing reading, he's gonna just kind of tear up a little bit. Just said, I will, Ari, I promise. And he's going to reach for some more alcohol.
I assume y'all are gonna be like heavily drinking. Just good sessions.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of
That
plan.
is the plan.
I'm not
Along
gonna
with
start
writing a letter
heavily-
to Tom.
I'm not gonna start heavily drinking yet. I want to go up to Fioria and say, so you mentioned darkness in the Dawnwood, near the Dawnwood, that Brannis was having nightmares. What does it all mean?
I can only guess at what he means. He fears that this is part of Demoriel's plan. It's retribution for what happened to her son. But he also knows that there's something special there. I don't know if it's a symbol or whatnot. You've mentioned a name before. Gregor. You think this is related to that?
I know it is.
Then
I've been chasing him since a long time. Everywhere he goes, he brings death, destruction, and he's searching for power. The worst kind of power.
what is he searching for?
Wants to become a lich. Willing to do anything to do it.
God, I hope he doesn't do that. I mean, I know a lich.
Fioria. Someone who has similar interests. They're working together, and they're
Who?
near the Dawnwood.
Who has similar interests?
I don't remember his name, Snicket.
His name was never mentioned.
Do I know Aslan's, like, I don't know anything about her connections to that, right?
No, she mentioned Frostspire, and that was it.
Okay, I said something about Frostspire.
The Lord of Frostspire? He only about 10 years ago or so came to power. Terrible thing I heard. His sister died, murdered, I think, and then her mother died of a broken heart. Her father fell ill after that and passed away. He's been ruling ever since. If you think he is a part of this, then
I know he is. When people die, when so many people close to one person die, there's no way he doesn't have a hand in it. It's not just coincidence. Not with the way things have been going lately.
I will talk to Brennus immediately, let him know that the danger might be coming from Frostspire, to see what we can do. I don't command the power I did as an archmage, but I know people who are loyal to me and not the Arcana. I will tap them as well. I will send them forward. I will make sure nothing happens to the Dawnwood. As
Fioria,
best I can.
I can't let them have my daughter. We have to move her or something.
As a mother to a father, I will do everything to make sure that nothing happens to your child. I will call Brennus immediately. I will tell him that he needs to be in the Dawnwood, that the temple is not the primary concern. And I will talk to any and all that are in the neighborhood, and I will send them over immediately. And I will personally start seeing to it what's happening in Frostfire.
Thank you. She has nothing to do with this. She's just a little girl. Thank you.
Plus, I know it's tough, but please try to get some rest.
It's hard sometimes. But I will. Thank you.
It's always difficult to be away from your children. But have faith. Is there anything else anybody wants to do before we skip to the next morning?
I would like to pass out in my chair.
Oh, that's such a dad thing to do.
With,
Is there
I
any
finished
chance
the
I find-
whole bottle, and I just with the book, and I'm just out.
Aaron Deere, make an investigation roll.
Looking for an old book. No. 8.
You don't see anything with Vionoth on there. You do manage to find a world map dated some 600 years ago.
Okay. And look at it.
And it actually shows the full continent. But where Vionoth is, all you see are mountains, as if they assume that this peninsula is nothing but mountains and valleys, and there is an ancient word on there that means wasteland. So it seems that this has been pretty far back.
Sweet. Yeah, they'll just put it back. And then go to bed at some point.
So where are we in this?
We are actually, I think everyone's just about either passed out or heading to bed. If there's anything you want to do tonight, you can do it. Otherwise, you can switch to tomorrow morning when you guys are all rested.
Actually, yes, I would like to do something this evening.
All right.
Sometime in the evening, I'm going to pull Corin and Talmar off into a corner where no one can see us.
You managed to find a nice alcove where there seems to be a small little table with some baubles on it. But it seems fairly closed off from the rest. And you know, acoustic-wise, this cove, nothing's really going to carry.
All right, and as soon as we turn the alcove, I'm going to grab Talmar by his armor and slam him into the wall. And looking at Cord as well. Now listen here, you two holy twits. If I die, I'm going to stay fucking dead. Do not bring me back because you're unable to do this yourself. I'm done with this. I had my family again. I had it all. And I came back because someone reminded me of duty. I understand I'm being selfish. I understand I'm wrong. But I deserve this. So, leave me dead.
Just kind of nodding in like drunken stupor, I'm going to say, duty will always call you back. I don't know that you would have rested for real unless your duty had been complete.
I don't think that's necessarily true, Talmor. The Allura family's too strong. And I understand that. And I won't pull you from that again. And you have my word.
Good. And I leave him, and I walk away.
So you two are left in this little alcove as Connor walks away.
I pat Talmar on the cheek.
Too
You
drunk.
did good, kid.
I'm gonna try not to puke on you now.
Can I make a dex check to get out of the way?
Are you
Hold
feeling
on.
nauseous?
Yeah, because you just threw me up against the wall and
Roll con.
I am jumping out of the way.
Well, it's gonna be a ranged attack check.
No, you're rolling. You're
I
rolling
gotta roll
con.
safe first.
We'll see if you hold it. You, Corin, you're like, you see him go green, and you immediately start backing up, because you've spent your life with Gamel. You know what happens when someone's about to puke from drinking. And you hear, what? And you're like, nope! And you just bolt out. But, Talmar, you manage to hold it in, and you feel sick, and then you realize, I am not gonna, I'm gonna leave Carlo, and I'm gonna go to bed.
The gnomes were lying.
The gnomes were lying to you. You feel cheated. You lied to me.
No one lies. Burn to the ground.
They sit upon a throne of lies.
Go gnome. Are you too good for your gnome? The next morning arrives, and as you all wake up, there seems to be a hangover remedy freely available for those who need it.
Yeah, I need it.
So
Yep.
your head's pounding.
From now on, every time I get drunk, I need a dragon friend for the morning after, as I eat or drink whatever the remedy is.
It's a nice concoction, and as you drink it, there seems to be a little magic to it because it's not too heavy, and it doesn't make you feel nauseous. It's just and you feel it start to ease. She's a parting gift among other things, and she tosses a bag down in the center of the table, and it hits with a heavy clink.
I like clinks.
The first of many things I have to offer. Where you all are going, you guys will need all the help you can get. So that is some currency with what I have lying around.
I peek in the bag.
Inside the bag, you find 500 platinum pieces and 2 black sapphires.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you.
I used to have a lot more coin and gems lying around, but I found they buy more shinier things. They can be exchanged for goods and services.
They can't. Yes.
However, I do have some other things that I would like to give. There's not much here that would be helpful to you all, but I do have some things. And this is for you, Professor.
For me?
I found it.
Oh.
And it is extremely rare, but I figured if anybody could use it, it could be you. And she hands you a tiny, tiny, tiny little, almost pot. It looks, and out of game, it's like a tiny little eyeshadow pot.
Okay.
And as you open up, you look inside, there seems to be some resin. And she goes, that is a rare resin called Mordenkainen's resin.
Like the Mordenkainen.
Like the Mordenkainen.
Oh my.
This is of his specific formula. I've used it on my staff. I recommend you use it on yours. In game terms, when you apply it to the Staff of Tenure, it becomes a +1 staff with +1 to spell attack and +1 to spell DC.
What?
Nice.
Noise.
Because I wanted you to keep the Staff of Tenure, but I wanted to buff it a little bit.
All right. That gives me a +5 to attack. And a +2 to my DC.
I also have some other things if people need it. Some of these, well, I have one for your poor bard friend who seems to be still sleeping, and you've noticed Rael is kind of still napping in the corner.
She's had a rough night.
You can imagine. I'll put it in her pack. I also have some other things. Only if you'll wish. You can see what I have to offer and see if it's something that you would like.
Certainly.
She takes out what seems to be a very interesting ornate bag. But it's in the same vein as the bag that Aaron Deer has. This is a bag of holding. She starts pulling things out. Oh, dear gods, what did I put in here? She pulls out this wooden box, which she then opens and then presents to you all. And inside, there looks to be a stone sitting in velvet.
Ooh, it's Ironstone. But of what?
I keep forgetting I have one of those floating around my head.
I do too.
And mine has a haste spell in it.
Ooh.
You gotta
Ooh.
remember that next
I
time.
know.
Ooh. I need to get potions of speed. I need to do that. That would be good.
What is that stone, Fioria?
Actually not! I swear to God above, I will fong you,
Uh-oh.
Adobe.
Oh, that was Kyle.
Oh.
I was in something.
No, Kyle didn't.
I was
Shit,
just
what
Kyle
am I
immediately
doing?
like,
We're
what's
just sitting
Kyle?
here.
What did I do now?
Kyle, if she's abusing you, blink twice.
I think it's funny that everybody's instinct was that Kyle did something.
That's my instinct, so.
Well, she only uses fog in certain connotations.
True.
This is an ion stone.
I think-
Oh, god damn it. I have to change what ion stone it is because it was an ion stone of reserve and then I forgot I gave you one already. This is a... Here, hold on a minute. Fantastical. This is an ion stone of fortitude.
Ooh.
Plus 2 to constitution.
Does that allow? Can I go above 20 with said item?
I think it's a limit to 20
I
on
think
ion
so.
stones.
Maximum to 20.
Lame. So yeah, I don't need it.
Or someone else.
She puts it down on the table. She takes out something that looks to be a set of goggles with gems on them. Goggles of night for those who can't see in the dark. Put that down.
Pat Connor on the shoulder.
And she takes out a little sort of ointment thing. And she sets it on the table. This, I think, will be important. I've held on to this for a while, but I have a feeling you all are probably going to need this more than I do. Not that I don't think that there are those among you who could handle where you go to, but this is Keogotham's ointment. In game terms, you apply it to the skin, a creature receives 2d8 plus 2 hit points and ceases to be poisoned and is cured of any disease. And there are 4 applications of it.
Nice.
She starts taking something out. It looks like it gets stuck on the lip. She sighs, rolls her eyes, and then pulls it out and sets it down. This is a belt of hill giant strength.
What does that do?
It ups your strength, my dear.
Can it raise it past human limits?
It gives you the strength of a hill giant.
Yes.
It doesn't.
Oh, they're pretty
I
strong.
think it caps at 22. Or 20 as well.
The hill giant one caps at 21.
Actually,
Actually, it changes your strength to 21.
Yeah, you become your strength goes to whatever the
Right.
strength of the belt is.
I already have a +5 in strength.
Already have plus 5 to
Connor's like,
something.
give me.
Because this would give me a strength of 23.
Whew.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
you have
you're-
+2 from the hammer.
I got +2 the hammer, which allows me to magically be enhanced from what Snicket said, so I can go above 20 with that. It'll give me a strength of 23.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's fucking kick ass. I'm at 16.
Oh wait, if you're at 16, no, that makes more sense to give it to you then.
Okay,
You're just out of balance.
that'd be great.
She takes another thing out and sets it down, and it's another box, but inside there seems to be a crystal ball. A crystal ball of telepathy. When you cast scrying through here, you can talk telepathically with anybody you scry upon. So if you go to scry upon, say, someone you care about, and she looks pointedly at you, Corin, you'll be able to talk to them. So some odds and ends, and she shakes out what seems to be a chain shirt, elven chain. Elven chain, I believe, is a +1 to AC, plus you get proficiency. With the medium armor that it is, there's also something else with it. I really
I'm
need to
pulling on the DMG. Hold on.
Yeah, I need to get this as a physical thing one of these days.
Yeah.
Elven Chain. You gain a +1 bonus to AC while you're wearing this, and you're considered proficient with this armor even if you lack proficiency with medium armor.
I look to our unarmored wizard.
What?
He has like a 20.
I have a 19 AC. What?
What?
The cloak of the dread beast.
Oh, I forgot that you have your weird thing. Okay.
What was that? What was the one? What does that one do?
It's a +1 to AC, and it's a chain shirt, and it's medium armor. She sends out this decanter of endless water as well. She goes, I don't even know. I don't even know. Feel free to
You
take
could-
it.
We could sell that for 30,000 gold pieces. Wait, I wouldn't know that.
Oh my god, Christina.
But
I had something that would have been of use to, well, one of you. I seem to have misplaced it, and it is quite worrisome. It's called a Blade of Platinum Light.
That sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome.
I've had it for like 500 years. You put it in place, and it's gone. I'm getting forgetful in my old age.
Does it look like this? I'm gonna unsheath a Moonlight Blade.
Wherever did you get that?
My dad.
Her eyebrow just arches.
It's been in my family for 500 years, actually, I think.
It is a fine craft. I would keep a hold of that. And then, last but not least, she sets this iron flask out. This you can seal demons with.
Can you seal
Not
that?
powerful demon lords, mind you. If you come across something you'd want to keep for whatever reason. Like I said, most of these you can sell if you wish to get the gold to buy things you actually need.
But that last one sounds like it might be very useful to us. Maybe to get information.
Yeah, you can only be attuned to 3 magical items at a time.
Oh, I need to get rid of my Warhammer of Smack again now, because I left it in dirt.
You did. As Ariana is now making her new lair in the city of Ilalina. Because she stayed behind.
Oh shit. Oh cool. That means that Corin's hammer was the first piece of her hoard. That's cool. Anyway.
that is pretty cool.
Wait, so what was all the things? I have Cask of Endless Water, Elven Chain Shirt, Belt of Hill Giant Strength, Iron Flask of Demon Things.
That gem.
Uh,
The Constitution gem.
There was something that gave you plus something to +2 to Constitution. I
Yeah,
think.
the Iron Stone of
I would
Fortitude.
You should get that, Connor.
I already have a
I
ton
would
20.
really
Oh.
like that.
So give
I'm
it to
at
Talmar.
14.
Yeah.
That is what you got.
So I've grabbed the belt.
And including the one thing I invented for Dustin.
Mordenkainen's resin.
Mm-hmm.
I have applied it to the staff of tenure.
Because the staff of tenure needs to stay with the professor. It's just,
Well,
obvious.
I'm not going to use anything else. That would be ridiculous. I got this for being tenured.
I'll take the crystal ball of telepathy because I'm the only one who can cast scry. I think.
Right.
Yes.
Corin,
Yes.
I think I have some oil of scrying if you want to use it.
You can hold on to it. I can scry in the morning.
It is the morning, my dear.
What? Oh, then I have the spell prepared, so I can do it.
Fine, just spit on her generosity then.
I'm not spitting on her generosity. I don't want to. We're already taking so much for Horde. I don't want.
Corin, make a perception check.
I get advantage on that because that was 2, and I get advantage because of my shield. 19.
You see the look on her face is like when you tell your grandma no,
No, I'm not hungry, Grandma.
and she goes, "Oh no, it's not the okay manipulation. It's the I'll just wait till your back's turned. I'm gonna put it in the pile."
Alright, fine. I will use your oil, stubborn dragon.
Humor an old lady.
Respect your elders, Corin. Whatever your name is. I'm
That
still
hurts
trying.
my
That's
feelings,
probably
Professor.
applicable to both of them, to be honest.
It's alright. We have 3 of us who start with K. So.
And the goggles of night.
Oh
I'm
my
also
goggles.
drinking 18.5% port right now.
Furiel,
Mm.
thank you so much. I just have a quick question. I don't suppose you'd have any potions of speed by chance, or know where I might purchase some.
I don't normally keep potions here.
Alright. That's
Um,
fine. Thank you so much for what you've given us already. It's far and away more than what we would expect.
What kind of question is that?
Oh,
How big is the stone of fortitude?
Yeah, how big is it? Like, do I need to, like, carry it?
Oh no,
like
It floats
the
around your head.
Just rotates around your head.
Oh, sweet, awesome.
it's like your own personal little Sputnik.
Perfect.
I have one right now.
The fortitude one is a pink rhomboid.
Sweet.
Oh my god, I'm
Oh, magic
gonna
works.
call Talmar comrade from now on.
What a great word!
Yes.
What a great word, Rhomboid is.
Glorious.
Rhomboid.
Shall
You're giving me flashbacks of mineralogy. Stop it.
Rhomboid.
I'm gonna.
Rhodochrosite forms in rhomboid tetrahedrons. Not tetrahedrons. Rhombo.
I know what those
rhomboid.
words are, but I don't know what they mean.
Rhombohedrons.
Well, I was going to say to Kettlin, we're heading to Mythica, I think. I'm
Oh,
sure
sure.
we'll be able to pick up potions there.
If you leave the lair through traditional means, you'll actually be fairly close to Shaolin.
Yep.
And we can head to Mythica. But I also have teleportation circles if we would not want to walk. Unfortunately, I don't have one in the Mythica proper. The dwarves are very picky about who gets access to their teleportation circles.
I mean, they're not necessarily my folks, but yes, they are.
Oh, dwarves being stubborn. Who would fucking imagine that ever happening?
I've never heard of such a thing. Well,
That's racist.
Thank you.
It's also true.
You're racist.
Go fuck yourself.
I have divine intervention now, you guys.
So you can have Halo.
I was just about to say the exact same joke. He's all salty now. He's Salty.
Should we just go straight to Mythica? Or
I.
should we
Why
stop
don't,
at
isn't
Sheldon?
one of the Doms, Grace?
Let's walk. It do us some good.
Or ride
Did you
even.
guys want to stop in Shaolin to pick up some things, or are you
Horses!
going straight to Mythgar?
We left the horses.
You left the horses.
That's
We
okay.
always
Bucky's in charge of them still.
We bought all of those horses.
No, correction. You bought all of those horses.
I bought all of those horses.
Boy, it does not pay to be purchased by us as a horse. Except for Bucky.
Don't be a horse and don't be a parent in D&D. Both
So
There's
horses.
gonna be a herd of wild horses that are just like led by Bucky, and they're just gonna attack people or
He's
something.
gonna have like a
Um,
pack.
gang.
first thing, yes, it doesn't pay to be a horse or to be a parent in D&D.
They're
Second,
at the same level.
second, Ari said she would take care of the horses.
Oh, good.
She's gonna eat them.
Take care.
She,
It's the new horse kings of Fianna, or wherever that city was. Ilalina.
so, you guys going straight to Mythgar?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I love that, okay.
So that's fine with me.
Hey,
What?
No, it's fine. This is fine.
Maybe we should stop at Shaolin.
No, dudes, you do you.
you don't want to say hi to your mom, and I never actually got to see Shaolin.
I mean, I would love to see my mom and check in with King Elishor, but if we've got more pressing matters, I'm
Because if
sure.
we're Donwood, aren't we going to pass through Shaolin?
I think. I don't really know how roads work.
No, the Dawnwood's like way up.
North. Downwards
North. We're way south.
But they're next to each other. That's all.
It's like the gate.
I think we will be traveling north to Mythigar. If we're closer to Shaolun.
Yes, but we're gonna have to go back through the gate.
No, we're already on the
No,
we're on the
we're
other side of the gate.
We need to get to Shar anyway.
Yes, I know, but I mean, when we go back to go to the Donwood to then to Shar, we have to go back to the gate, don't we?
No,
No.
we're on Shar side. We're on.
We're on that side now.
Okay, so, baby,
I need a map.
Talknell. So here's Mythigar,
Here's
Talknell,
mountain.
Shar. It's straight north.
Okay.
She teleported us back on the other side of the gate.
She teleported you to her lair, which is on the other
This
side
is
of the
why
gate.
I'm not in charge of the map.
So we're like there, and like that's Shaolin, and that's Mythigar, and then that's the Dawnwood, and then that's
It's
Shar,
magic.
and that's Shar.
Yeah, because we can pass through. What the fuck was that town? Where we got the Marbella fight. That's on the way to Shar.
Belen.
Belen.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I know where I am now, sort of.
So and that's 2 days away from the Dawnwood. So if we
How?
cut up through the Empire,
This fucking teleportation business has me all confused of where I am now.
The world's a
It's
big,
okay.
wide open space now. Get used to it. What?
I really don't like
It's alright,
Alright.
lad.
Connor, stop.
Mythgar.
Yes.
Why are you looking to speak English?
Can anyone? Are we still barely hearing Kyle, or is that just me?
Yeah,
No,
I
I
can't,
can't
hear him
hear
hardly
him
at all.
I was talking quietly, that's why.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, we speak Dwarven to people.
Oh, yes. All right, Mythgar, let's go, idiots.
Alright.
I'm sorry. I keep wanting to laugh because I think of your reminder for us on Tuesday's game with the fucking D4 of D4s, motherfuckers. Have you used them? Stop fucking up.
Bless is a hell of a spell.
It is a hell of a spell. So you all managed to get your way out of her lair, which is a very interesting. As soon as you come out, you were confronted with the wilds of Shaolun. Arendir, this is a little bit more familiar with you. These are your old stomping grounds. And you can immediately walk out and get your orientation. Alright, okay, I know exactly where we are.
I do that, like the test the wind direction, and then head off and in the direction of Mythigar. Before we actually leave, though, I take a piece of paper and I write a short note to my mom that we're back in the Empire. Hope you're blah blah blah. Hope you're safe. Things. I fold it up around my ring of protection. Like I take it off and fold it up around the ring. Tie it to Gwaine and tell him to fly to Shaloon to deliver it to my mother.
Okay.
Sign it. Be safe.
That is so fucking cute.
Yeah, it is.
You watch Gawain take flight and start heading off towards where you know Shaloon to be. You manage to find an old hunter's path that takes you through the through the mountains, through the forest, curving around the mountains towards the entrance to Mythigar. Talmar, you summon Bucky again.
Hey, buddy.
You left me.
I got teleported against. No, I didn't know I was getting teleported. How many horses have I left you in charge of, by the way?
Why do you leave me in charge of them if you're gonna leave them to die?
Oh, well, I thought you were taking care of that.
You know, I've heard of this thing called, I think it's called PTSD. I think I'm starting to get it. For all the horses that are
I had
dying.
something for you, and I actually pull out one of those sugar cubes I got way back in.
Oh shit, is that sure you?
Yeah, this one's for you, actually, buddy.
Oh, fuck yeah! Oh, by the way, Ari's taking care of the horses. It's fine. Give me the sugar cube now, please.
Alright, and I held my hand out.
Oh, yeah. It's just, your hand is covered in
Oh
horse
my.
slobber now.
I'm
Celestial
gonna,
horse
at the same
slobber.
time, pet him and wipe it off on his
I deserve that. I deserve that. Alright, boss. Where are we going?
Mythigar. You like dwarves, right?
One seems pretty okay. They'll kind of half nod back towards Kel.
Good. We're gonna meet a lot more of them.
Alright.
Hedonism
More
horse.
horses, probably.
More sugar cubes.
I apologize.
I- I like to melt them down and rub them on my body.
Oh my god.
But he's a hedonist, apparently.
So you all eventually come to the grand opening leading to the Mountain Dwarf Kingdom of Mythigar.
Great.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't have that song.
Right out of the bat, we're being cursed at by the gods.
Yeah,
For fuck's sake!
you went into my accent.
It happens.
I love it when that happens. It makes me so happy.
That happens every time we go to Mythigar.
I don't think we've been to Mythigar yet.
Yeah,
I haven't
I know,
even
I
been to Mythigar.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm a hill dwarf.
I'll ask somebody when we get there, I guess.
Tom, are you still drunk?
I don't know. I'm still kind of feeling it from last night. I think the gnomes lied to me.
Don't ever listen to gnomes. They're always fucking with people.
Them's all tricksy bastards.
Okay. Although maybe I don't know. Maybe this orb will help me drink it better, though.
Ooh, I like whatever this music is.
Ooh,
Don't look at the song title.
look at you.
Oh, hey, look at
Ah.
some judge.
Oh.
I love you.
So you managed. It is a giant opening in what seems to be the sort of belly of the mountain, and you look up, and it is an impossibly tall peak climbing above you, and there seems to be almost a carved out door frame and an arch, and in all various languages it says "Welcome to Mythigar." There seems to be steady stream of people coming in and out, mostly dwarven in nature, but there seems to be others, including a very rare sight here on the east coast of Koskana. You see a little party of tieflings. You
Corinth sees the tieflings and feels confused.
they sort of be giving everybody a wide berth. You all know that they are fairly reclusive. They usually stick to their own kingdom to the northwest. But they do tend to travel. They seem to be here, talking amongst themselves. They're actually talking in common. You get snippets of what seems to be going over a trade agreement for raw metal ores. As you all are walking in, you are confronted with the ancient dwarven architecture of the kingdom of Mythgar.
This looks familiar.
Jeez, I wonder why, yo.
Has the moots just happened, right?
Moot happened a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have been busy.
We have been fucking busy.
It seems to have been. It's a lot quieter now. There's a lot more of a subdued tone. The mood having come and gone. There's brisk business. As you walk in, it seems the inside of this mountain has been hollowed, carved in intricate designs. You see archways and doorways and homes just in the inside of this. It is grand, and there seems to be crystal lights everywhere, casting all sorts of glow. It is breathtakingly beautiful. The dwarves are well known for their craftsmanship. As you walk in, you see the busy main thoroughfare leading from this, which is the front of the merchant's quarter, leading to the east, heading to where the nobility, their houses are, as well as the palace. And to the west, you see where it seems to be more along lines of where the normal, everyday average Joe live. Where would you guys like to go?
I'll ask the professor, do we have any specifics on whatever Grace is here, or do we only know it's located in...
We only know that it's located here, I think. There's not much further information that we had, or that I had, from that.
Need to find out where it would be here.
We're looking for magic stuff. Is there some sort of magic institute here or something?
Would I know anything about that? Ethereal voice?
You can roll history, flat out.
That's a 3 plus probably like a 1. So 4.
It's strong 4.
Strong 4.
It's hard to say. You've never seen anything when you've been here. Then again, most of the times that you've been here, it's been confined to the merchant's quarter.
Right.
That's where most of the celebrations have gone on, and there's no real reason to go anywhere else if you're here for the mood.
Right. Yeah, well, I would have been younger with mom and dad for trade, so...
However, you all, and you don't have to roll for this because I know you all know this, do have connection here. You met him in Valen.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
his family
Linden.
resides here. The Starstones.
Oh, and they have magic.
They do have magic.
Perfect.
So you all walk by, and there is elegant sculptures here and there, the best of dwarvish crafts and craftsmanship on display. And as you walk, you notice there's all sorts of people around. You see mostly dwarves calling out for business. Crafts, fine dwarven crafts.
Enchantment.
And then you all seem to notice there's a sort of parting in the crowd as you crane to see a very interesting sight sort of walking through. Kirsten?
Just this bear looking like dwarf. He just sort of like looks at you guys. And chicken's good! Try the chicken! Really good! And he just sort of just walks off.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Just wonderful. As
I love
my
this.
eyes follow him as he walks away.
There's another beard with another dwarf with half a beard burned off, covered in soot.
You do notice there's quite an interesting collection of dwarves that people are seeing giving a wide berth as they walk through.
I love this place.
You guys see magic shops and goods. You see a lot of smithies. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Actually,
I would love to take a look for a potion shop as well as see if any of my brothers are here in town for trade.
Roll investigation for me.
13.
You don't see any of your brothers, but you do see what seems to be an alchemical shop,
Okay.
where you might be able to purchase some potions.
That'd be great. I'll walk up to that.
For brevity's sake, they don't have any potions of speed.
That's
They
fine.
do have lots of healing potions on for sale. They have healing poultices. They have alchemical reagents. They do have one really interesting potion for sale, but it is extremely expensive. It's been sitting in shop for a while, though, so he would be willing to haggle with you if you were interested. He divulges it is a potion of invulnerability.
Oh. Right.
Normally, he'd sell it for 5,000 gold pieces.
Well, considering how long it's been sitting with you, I don't suppose you'd be willing to part with it for more around, what, say 3,000?
Roll persuasion for me.
Yeah. That's good. That's decent. Let's switch back to this because I don't have an actual sheet right now. That's a 16.
He looks at you and goes, "It's been sitting, and it can sit for a while longer at 3,000. I'd be willing to take it down to maybe 4."
Hey, Aaron dear,
Yeah.
you wanna toss me 500 from the party funds?
Sure.
Ta-
Do you have anything else? I mean, we do have the remnants of Frostbane.
That's true.
We have some
need
sapphires,
really-
but I'll give you 500 gold.
Yeah. That's all I need right now.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I didn't do anything. You didn't see shit.
It's like the penguins in Madagascar.
You didn't see anything. I assume for if you're gonna liquidate anything, we can do that outside of game, so we don't take up time. If that's
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say just like offer as part of a trade, like
Okay.
instead of. But yeah, no, we'll just do the gold for now. That's
Yeah.
easier.
You do have a magic shop down the way who's more than happy to do business with you. Their collection's all right. What they have mostly is through trade with Shalloon.
Ooh, while we're there at the alchemical whatever potion shop, that word. If we were looking for Mage Linden's family, whose name you said before, but I can't remember.
Starstone.
Stone. Where's a good place to start?
The nobility quarter. You go in, it's hard to miss. It's the only place that has an tower.
Wonderful.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, dwarf, and I like you.
Karen, I swear, the Bahamut.
What? I was giving him a compliment.
Maybe stick to sir instead of dwarf.
Also, gentleman and scholar, don't.
You all are a bunch of fucking weirdos.
That we are. Thank you, sir. Have a good rest of your day.
You as well.
All right, well, we know we're starting the nobility quarters. I'm sure they'll see a bunch of elves, half-elves, and a human walking in, and we won't meet any problems.
We definitely stick out like
A sore thumb.
a lot.
Some of you, especially, oh, god damn it, Adobe.
'Cause I'm like 6'3".
I mean, maybe in the merchant quarters, a little less so. It's probably a bigger mix here. But once we move into where the fancy folk live,
Yeah, especially some of you who are of the taller persuasion. As soon as you guys start moving towards Sorry, I am awful with multitasking.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Don't you complete that joke. I swear to God, I know. You guys approach what seems to be the gate, walling off the nobility from the merchant quarter. You get stopped by a set of guards in black and gold armor. What's your business?
We've come to visit
The Starstone family.
the Starstones. Their patriarch is a friend of ours that we met back in Valin, and he said to call on him anytime.
I assume you have proper paperwork for that then.
So
can
can
I
I
try?
name drop here?
Can I try something and show my Greenbrier collective papers?
Yes, and Connor, you want to do something?
I'm about to say, should I name drop here?
Oh, you're more than welcome to if you want.
That's why I'm asking the group if it makes sense to be like, bitch, I'm a king, get the fuck out of my way.
We'll see. I guess if they
All right.
stop at the Greenbrier, I like this
So see
idea.
if the Greenbrier doesn't get us through, I'll pull the king card.
Do it. I want to see it.
The guard hears Greenbrier, arches his eyebrow and goes, I don't fucking care what kind of briar it is. If you don't have the paperwork, you're not getting in.
I don't need paperwork.
My friend
Then
here is
perhaps the king of I
The king of
snatched
the
the
who?
papers.
of Talren, sir.
Well, let him tell it.
Jerry. Talren, you know, the kingdom on the other side of the mountains. Jerry, were you really asleep during class?
God damn it, Cherry.
And you see him turn purple,
Oh, that's an interesting color.
and just goes,
Looks
Right.
good.
you're the king of Talren, and I'm the empress.
And look.
Oh,
look,
I'm
sir,
gonna grab this dwarf by the beard and just get in his face. I don't need to take lip from a glorified guard dog. You're gonna let me through, or I'm gonna take this fancy hammer and crack your fucking skull.
Oh my lord, he didn't mean it. Please.
Roll strength plus proficiency.
Oh my lord, he didn't mean it. That's hilarious.
Trying to settle up the whole king thing.
Oh my lord, he didn't read it.
Oh, straight, holy sh... that's a +9.
His old heaving bosoms and
25.
You watch as the purple drains to white. And you see the other guy, fucking told you, Jerry. Fucking told you. And he goes, right, then you can go in. Your Majesty.
You guys are like the worst guards.
Jerry, perhaps you should speak to your superior about retraining. And I smooth out his cloak.
I grabbed him by the beard.
I assume he'd be disheveled.
I give him an apologetic look and say in Dwarven, I'm sorry about my friend. He's very forceful king, you know.
Right, go on, let him in.
And I'm gonna just tell
He
Connor.
kind of goes. You watch as he just turns, almost like clockwork, on his heel, and he marches back to what seems to be a little outpost. And the other guard just, shakes his head. Apologies. We've been on alert ever since what happened during the moot.
It's understandable.
What happened during the moot?
What happened?
Didn't you hear? Oh, lots of things. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
No, that's okay. So no, go ahead and tell us. So we could say we were friends, and you can tell us.
Persuasion.
Okie dokie.
You're a paladin. You got this.
Yeah, I only have a +8 to persuasion.
Oh, I mean, you're no.
Tell me terrible roll. No, I need to tell me natural.
Yes.
Oh fuck!
We happened.
Oh,
shit!
looks at you, and you say this in Dwarven, so he immediately, you watch the tension bleed. There's some things that happened.
Fucking A.
Well, I know for a fact the Firebreakers lost their daughter.
Oh, that sounds terrible. What happened?
It seems someone was trying to do this dark ritual down in the City of the Dead.
City of the Dead.
Where's that? What is that?
It's where we bury the dead.
Well, okay, fair enough.
There's a place. It's just there's plenty of different parts when you can go down. There's some a little bit more for the, say, wealthier folk. That's generally where they were taken down. I think she was only about 8 years old.
Oh, that's terrible. Do they? What ended up happening? Did they find her, or?
Oh, she was dead. Sure enough. One of the lords got killed too. There's been a little bit of shakeup after that. Lots of people called for a betrayal, and it's been a royal mess. But most of it's quieted down since the moot. But the Firebreakers have been in deep mourning ever since.
Did who ended up winning the moot?
You don't win at the moot. It's not a game. It's not like a game where you try to get the throne.
No, we already played that game this year.
Okay.
Obviously, you have the winner right here, and he kind of points to Connor.
Like we do.
Fair enough.
But it should be fine if you stick to the Starstones. I would not go anywhere near the palace. We're not really seeing visitors unless you absolutely need to do so. But the Starstone should be able to get you most of what you need, unless you need royal ascent, in which case, I wish you luck.
One more question,
Okay.
friend. Were there any suspects on what happened to the poor lord's daughter?
Oh, that's above my pay grade, sir.
Do you know who would know?
You could ask the Starstones. They might know. I believe there was a group of dwarves, I think, went around and solved it. Great bloody heroes they are. One of them kept screaming about chicken, though.
I think we met him.
Yeah.
I was
In
about to say.
Dwarvish, I say we saw him.
Yeah, he's quite the character, that one.
I see. Well, thank you very much for the information, sir.
No problem, and please don't mention it. No, really, don't mention it. And he waves you all in. The doors open up, presenting you the noble quarter, where you see elegant houses. Most of them are built into the face of the mountain. There's only one there's two that stand out. One is the Starstones, which you can immediately tell, as you were told, it's the only one that's a tower. And true enough, standing to the side is a large tower that goes from street level all the way up to the ceiling. And that portion raises up maybe about 800 feet. In the back, you notice there is the large palace that seems to have carved out from the mountain itself, and is completely free on all four sides. It is elegant. It is huge. It is the pinnacle of dwarven smithing, and it is magnifique. So the Starstones seems to be about halfway through the quarter. There is a boulevard that leads you from this gate all the way up towards the palace, with roads that curve off, leading toward the individual homes of the nobles.
Great.
Did you want to scry now while you're walking? Okay.
Just imagine him like holding a bowl and a orb, and he's just trying to fumble stuff.
It's like bouncing into.
Yeah.
No, I was just mentioning it, Snigget.
You have to do a performance
Okay.
check.
Well, next chance we get. You all walk up to the Starstones, and there is a about 12-foot wall that walls off the tower from the rest of the quarter, and there seems to be two guards out front wearing deep blue and silver. It seems to be Starstone's personal guards, and they look at you as you all approach. They start to get a little bit more on guard. They're carrying pikes that they start to lower as you draw near.
I say in Dwarvish, friend, is Lyndon home?
Lyndon's not been home in ages. He makes his home in Velen.
Right. Sorry, he said to come visit if we were ever in Mythagar. We met him back in Velen. We have some questions regarding magical items that we thought his family might be able to help us with.
All right. Any funny business, though?
I assure you, we are. Well, most of us are incapable of funny business.
Lack of sense of humor is a terrible thing. My condolences. And he opens the gate.
Corey laughs his ass off.
Oh my!
Thank you,
Don't
sir.
worry, Professor. We have ointment for that.
Yeah.
You all
No
think
wink
you're
at the
so
dwarf guard.
smart.
No, Professor, you're the one who thinks you're smart.
I know I'm smart, Corin. One day I'm just going to leave you behind.
Take me with you.
Can I?
And
Connor,
that is
you're
the,
like the only person I can stand right now.
Oh.
and that's the fracturing of the fellowship. Thanks you guys
Oh,
for playing.
hello.
Yeah.
Wait, does that make? No, that does not make me the Professor Sam and Frodo. No.
What the fuck have I done?
I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. That was not in Professor's character.
Hold on, let me load up the Lord of the Rings music.
I call Aragorn.
You guys enter in, and there seems to be a well-manicured garden, most of which, Professor, you can see actually double as both decoration and for alchemical purposes. It is both form and function.
Marvelous.
You guys are led to a door, which is a already open, as if ready to receive business for the day. You all are ushered in into what seems to be a grand hallway with a sort of circular room with a runner that goes all the way in the back, where there seems to be a singular chair, almost like a throne. There are various tables and benches all around. It seems to be there are a fair number of people sitting here talking amongst themselves. You see someone who looks vaguely familiar, and that he seems to be related to Lyndon. Same facial features, same hair, strong features, and he seems to be discussing something with someone. Upon seeing you, dismisses them and waves you all forward. I heard you had business with me.
I do, sir. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Mine's Keladin Durlney. My friends and I ran into your father in Velen, and we had hoped that you might be able to help us on a quest that he's been helping us with as well.
You know Lyndon, that is my brother.
Ah, your brother. My apologies.
We also are familiar with your niece, then.
Yes, she's off doing some research somewhere, I think, in
Othilla.
Othilla.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We've met her.
Professor Velithar? I never call you by your actual name, I suppose.
Velatbil Adar.
Yeah. He and I actually helped her with some of her research quite recently. She's well.
That's good to hear. I am Lauren Starstone, and
Lauren.
more than any friend of my brother's is a friend of mine. He's discernible taste. You need help.
We do. Is there someone somewhere we could talk in private, perchance?
Come. I will lead you to my study.
Thank you.
Rather private, and he leads you off down a hallway into another room. This one is also circular in nature. There's a singular table with lots of chairs around. Very bare bones, as if they don't really believe in the ostentatious nature of nobility. He waves you all to sit down. He closes the door. There's an audible pop as you get that there's probably some words up at the moment.
Are you aware of the state of the world, sir?
If you're asking me if I'm ignorant about all of the rumors and what have been going around, well, I know as much as anybody. There's talk of demons, there's talk of darkness, there's talk of the end of days. Depends on who you ask.
Right. Well, the Fallen is attempting to return, and we aim to stop him. At the moment, we're seeking an item that has been rumored to be housed here in Mythagar to help on that quest. We were wondering if you knew anything about where that might be located.
The dice, they know. He looks at you and strokes his long beard. It's snowy white, and he's just... The only item I can think of is an item that's rumored to be in one of the lost temples.
They do tend to be in that sort of place, it does seem.
Oh, it's well, most magical items of legendary repute often are.
Yeah.
It's fairly far down. You'd have to go through the city of the dead to get to it. It's part of the old stretch of the kingdom back when we were a little bit more spread out.
Snakehead,
Yes.
I swear to God.
I would not send you to the deep roads. I love you all too much to do that to you. Just like I
Okay.
will never send you to the Fade. I love you guys too much to inflict that on you.
I like the deep
Wait,
roads.
what are all these things you guys are
The
saying?
Deep Roads is from Dragon Age, and it's the old dwarven kingdoms that is infested with darkspawn, which are evil, evil things.
Oh, I know that.
I like the
That doesn't sound like anything we've ever come across.
What's the shade?
The Fade? The Fade is
Oh.
kind of... Yeah, the Fade is not fun. The Fade is... Okay, I don't mind the Fade in Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition. I mind the Fade in Dragon Age Origins. That can suck my strap on.
That's mostly just because it was too damn long.
Mods. Anyway, there is an ancient temple to Moradin.
Aye.
It's been abandoned. There was no sense of having a sort of temple that far. It's strange. I thought it was cleared out, but yeah, you never know what lies there. It'll take you quite a bit of travel to get there, but if it's anywhere, it should be there. It's the only place I know where anything would be. There is, of course, the reaches of the old kingdom you can try. That would take you God knows how long.
Right. Oh,
Well,
thank you.
there is the old Starstone residence in the outer reaches of the kingdom before we moved here.
Yes.
Don't know if anything would be there, but you never know.
Is it thousands of years old?
No. The Temple to Moradin is... Oh, God, I don't even know how old it was. It was old during the time where the kingdom was almost an empire. The kingdom used to stretch up and down this mountain range. I think our scholars dated either the time of or before the Glorious Empire.
Oh my.
It didn't used to be a temple to Moradin. That much I do know.
Right.
Well,
Would there be anywhere in the city where we might be able to research a little more on this?
There's my personal library.
Would you mind?
No, I mean, I don't know if you'd find anything there. You can always go to the Shaper. No, I'm kidding.
I doubt we'll find much information on this.
I doubt you will too, but you could take a look. I might have missed something.
Well,
You-
if a scholar such as yourself has not found this in your own library, why are we digging through your books?
It's
Yes,
an offer.
perhaps we should just head out and figure it out.
I think we may just want to figure it out.
I mean, it seems to have worked for us this long.
That's true.
Except the whole death thing.
Yes, well, we won't let that happen again, will we?
For 5 of us, or 6 of us,
Well,
it's been alright.
Well, I haven't died yet, so it's all good.
yes, well.
Wait, I got a potion deck here.
Well, I can secure you passage to the City of the Dead. After that, you're on your own. I'm afraid that there's been recent security in the City of the Dead after what happened. Terrible business.
Yes. Truly terrible.
Oh, well, at least they dealt with that whole thing. Ugh. Terrible to think about what was down there, lurking all that time.
What was lurking down there?
If my reports are to be believed, there was a demi-lich down there,
Oh,
and a death knight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad those abominations are dead.
They were promptly destroyed by a group of brave adventurers, no doubt.
No doubt.
If you wish to plan, feel free to use this room. Again, any friend of Lyndon's is a friend of mine.
Thank you, Lauren.
Unfortunately, of course, I have business to attend to, so feel free to make yourselves at home. You all know the way out. And he sort of gives you kind of courtly bow and then leaves. This time you feel, as he shuts the door, there's no pop, as if, he's no need for words now, because you're not having a conversation.
Right.
So
Well,
we have to go down into the city of the dead and then travel beneath the mountains to this old Lost Temples area. And then,
yes.
in theory, find the Grace.
Sounds like a plan to me. Let's get in and get out.
I agree.
It's never that simple.
Oh,
Well, actually, yes,
It's
it
only-
was. Once.
As you say,
Right.
it was simple once.
That once. We'll never get that lucky again.
Never
Not
know.
with that attitude.
that's the spirit.
I'm sorry,
man.
I'm not all sunshines and rainbows after being nearly, no, actually being burned alive.
I think you actually like rotted or something.
Ah,
I don't know. It's
Tactics.
kind of nebulous what this necrotic really is.
What the fuck was that?
I think it's Stickit just laughing.
That wasn't me.
Was
No,
there-
my neighbor has a friend over, I guess.
Oh my
And
god.
they're
Oh.
talking really
Yes.
loud.
These are not fighting.
Yeah, because I'm like, I know for a fact I didn't know that.
I don't know. All I heard was like
Sounded like a sneaky laugh.
No, it's my crazy neighbor and her.
Is there anything you guys wanted to do before you descended downwards?
I would like to descend down because that's how I roll.
I would like to buy a belt of Frost Giant Strength.
If you
Not like
want.
26 or
I'm
something.
going down because that's
Oh.
what the professor does.
Oh, I mean, if there's a shot for it, because I mean, it's not like I'm not flush for cash. Because I mean, I could probably write because there's 100,000 gold in Black Mall Keep, just sitting there.
Oh, that's right.
We didn't take it. It's just chilling.
Hey man, we're set after the war's over.
Give me a money order.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Maybe I can write like a writ of like credits and get it sent.
You can
I'm a king. My word's good.
Can we say we liquidate the stuff that we have, and then we'll do it after the game?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, Corin, did you want to do the
I do want to scry.
scrying? Okay.
Yes.
So you bring out the crystal ball.
I bring out the crystal ball and the scrying oil. I'm gonna scry twice. First, I'm gonna scry on Gamble, and then I'm gonna scry on Aowen.
So
Because I'm gonna
you-
spend a spell slot for the second one.
Stalker dead, stalker dead.
pour the oil and you watch it glisten as it covers the crystal ball before almost sinking into it, and you watch as things start to shift and change in the crystal ball, and you see the familiar form of Gamel. And he seems to be writing something on a paper as you watch him. His eyes a little bit, there are dark circles now under his eyes.
Is he in the temple or is he in his house?
He seems to be in his sort of little office area in the temple.
I say quietly, like telepathically, Gamma, don't be afraid. I said not to be afraid, you old fool.
He you watch as he looks around, and then his eyes narrow, and his mouth doesn't move, but you get his voice in your head. Boy, you can't tell me not to be afraid when your voice comes out of fucking nowhere.
Gamma. What's going on there?
It's getting worse.
What is?
The figure, it's seen more and more often, closing closer and closer into the Dawnwood. We've kept him at bay as much as we can. Brennus has been invaluable in this, and so has Aslan. She's been setting up wards, and reinforcing them as best she can.
What does
But-
it do? What does it want?
Stands there. And then it seems to almost dissipate as if turning into shadow. And we've noticed some of the trees have started to die.
Like it was before.
No, oh, just on the outskirts, not Dawnwood proper. The normal trees, the green ones, they're dying, but seems to trying to be stretched into the Dawnwood proper. We've managed to keep it at bay, but I don't know how much longer. Brennis says he's going to call for more help. He's talked to Fioriel to try to bring her back. See if we can set up some ward systems here. Bless her soul, Aslan is trying hard, but she is one wizard.
Have you been having nightmares too? You look exhausted.
I haven't slept enough to have nightmares. Keeping
How's
busy. She's good. She's
Good?
feeling it too. It's hard not to keep it from her when everyone's so tense, but we've been keeping her busy with Willow.
Okay, I think it might be time to start training her.
I've already started to do so, but she keeps asking to learn magic.
That's fine.
Aslan's offered to teach her if you want me to let her.
Let her. Whatever power Eowyn can summon to protect herself, it's important to me. I'm going to contact her next. Can you tell her so that I don't scare her like I scared you? Or is she too far?
She's back at the house as far as I know.
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it.
Be safe, Corin. All of you be safe, and Taylor guide you and protect you.
Gamma, I'm coming back soon. I'll be there. I'm not going to let you face this alone.
Don't. If it takes you from the path you need to walk to make sure that this darkness doesn't take everywhere else, don't come back here on account of us.
I think that Dawnwood is more important than we realize. And I say goodbye and end the spell, and then apologize to everyone for taking so long, and then cast it again.
You hear Gamble go, bastard! You cast a spell this time, and you watch as it sort of zooms in and focuses on your daughter, seemingly out in the yard, running around after Willow. She also looks a little bit tired, which is something you're not used to. She's a child, she has boundless energy, but now it's a little bit different. As she settles down into what seems to be a sort of pile of leaves as she rubs Willow's belly.
Eowyn,
Daddy?
my sweet girl.
Daddy, where are you?
I'm in your head, sweetheart.
You catch dissonant whispers. Oh, no. Where are you?
I'm talking to you from a very long way away.
That doesn't answer where you are, Daddy.
I'm in a place where there are a lot of dwarves. We're underground, and we're about to go into a lost temple. And I wanted to talk to you, and a friend of mine helped me do that.
I'm glad I miss you, Daddy.
I miss you too, dear heart. And
Is everyone else okay, too?
yes,
The professor and Kellen and Andrew and Talmar and Rael and Connor, everybody's okay?
everyone's all right, and they all send their love, even Marai.
I miss Marai.
We'll be coming back soon. I promise.
Okay. I can't wait to see you, Daddy. It's getting so scary here.
I'll be there soon, and I'll make it go away. I promise.
Okay, Daddy. Please be safe.
I will. I love you very much, dear.
I love you too, Daddy. and you linger on the connection a little bit longer just to watch her. And you watch as she sort of hugs Willer, her face buried in her fur. And the connection breaks, and all you see now is your own reflection in the crystal orb.
I put it away. All right, let's go.
I squeeze Corin's shoulder, and I say, "We're gonna make sure she's all right." And then I pat him on the back and say, "Let's go." And we make for the city of the dead.
Because that doesn't sound ominous at all.
Yeah.
Just a note, there is a belt in the magic shop if you want it. It is a belt of hill giant strength.
Okay, so
He would be willing to part with it for 15,000 gold.
And that's not even the frost giant that I wanted.
He does have a frost giant one. It is expensive.
Well, again, I do have 100,000 gold. I can write a thing.
The frost giant one is going to be 25,000. Price is negotiable if you wish to negotiate with him.
At this point, just to speed it along, if you're going to allow me to write a letter of credit, because that's the only way we'll be able to do this.
The older gentleman who runs is more than happy to take a letter of credit from the King of Telren. He said good things about you Telrenians, very hearty, stocky folk, true warriors and whatnot. So he will let you have it on a letter of credit, and he will contact the capital. Or should he contact your personal clan?
Contact personal clan, because that's where the funds are within my personal holdings at the moment. I actually don't know how much money Talron actually has.
What a good king you are.
I actually have that written down somewhere.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Not surprised at all.
Please, you're going to give a child a charge card. You're going to be like...
Here it is.
And Telren was run into the ground.
There is the king's personal treasury, which is the king's personal wealth, and then there is the sort of Vault of Talren. Vault of Talren you would not be able to tap.
Okay, what's the king's personal treasury?
Sitting at this right now, because the last king did not tap it at all, is sitting somewhere at 725,000 gold pieces.
Hi, I am now...
I am the richest man.
You would have to go back and get money out in order to use it. That's not something you could do a writ of credit for.
Okay, that's fine. At least with Black Maul, at least there was 100k, and so total, so it's... Oh my god, he's got like 800,000 gold, guys.
You know what? You are fucking king. It doesn't make sense for you not to have money.
Yeah, but don't start spending it all.
Oh no! This is gonna be like, I understand that we are need to upgrade. Like, we need to finance an army that doesn't come out of nowhere. We're at the grease palms and stuff like this. 25,000 gold for one magic item is a lot for me, and that's coming out of like personal funds for me for this.
In theory, we'll have
Just
to
imagine you running
rebuild the
Talren
road.
to the
Wait
ground
till the
is
professor and
really
Connor talk about how much it costs to get stuff out of
Oh my god!
Somewhere a while later, Isol goes, he bought what? With what?
It's
You
one
know,
of those.
not
just
my
like-
money, I don't care to send it over.
Pan out.
It's one of those zoom out screams, like ah.
Isol doesn't care, she's a warrior. She's like, alright, if that's it's his money, I don't give a shit. He's king, I ain't telling him no.
25 strength.
Now I'm
So
imagining what exactly. Oh shit, your chancellor's name now his name escapes me. Is saying about this.
Winston.
It
Watson,
started with a C, I thought.
Churchill.
See.
Churchill, we will never surrender.
Clarence.
Clarence.
No. Is it
Craig?
Fight among the hills,
The chancellor of
and the
Telren.
beaches.
Clarence.
Cedric.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Cedric, yeah.
Cedric.
Imagine what
Cedric the
Cedric's saying
Entertainer.
about this.
Yes, that was his name.
he would have been kicked off the top.
Billy Joel is the entertainer. Thank you very much.
I am the entertainer. Come do my
So
Ba-da-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum.
Heard my
I love
latest
you guys a
record.
lot.
It's been on the radio. Oh, it took me years to write it. They were the best years of my
Best
life.
years of my life.
So about that City of Dead.
Yes.
Yeah, before we start devolving into singing Billy Joel tunes.
I think Chris wouldn't mind.
That is an evolution, sir, not a dev.
I'm with Chris on that one.
You all head out of the Starstones, and he manages to. He gave you enough directions. You're able to find it, and you get to what seems to be the sort of doorway leading down to the City of the Dead. It is currently there's a clusterfuck of guards there, talking and milling about. You hold up the writ you've got from Starstone, and they're like, "Right, move in, have fun. Don't let the liches bite you on the way out."
Official business.
Yeah, cemeteries and graveyards tend to be very fun.
If a falcon comes hanging out, feed him once in a while, I guess.
Oh, all right then.
Just yeah.
We'll remember that. A strange request. The fucking elves and half elves and humans and shit. They're weird. Fucking weird.
You haven't tried living with him.
I resemble that remark. Yeah, I said that in Dwarvish.
So you all head down, and the staircase is wide and elegant and carved. You see bas reliefs starting to... Un momento.
See what happens when you make fun of half elves.
I am Team Pointy here, sir.
Watch
Oh my-
yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, Snicket.
I think I'm wrecking my voice.
Check.
There's gorgeous reliefs.
Really low, Kyle.
You have the mic like inches and inches and like, yeah, that mic you have to have fairly close to your
Is
mouth.
that better?
You need to like shove it in your mouth and gently whisper to it.
You have
Yes,
to,
that's
you have to
exactly
hum
what
it.
I'm going to do today. I'm just going to
Maybe you
That
have
sounds
to
way
hum.
better. There we go.
Whisper sweet nothings to me, Kyle.
Nothing.
All right. All right. So you're going to the City of the Dead, and the fucking hallways are really cool and shit. And there's like reliefs of funerary rites, and as you walk in, you hit the first major foyer. There's no graves in here. It's mostly statues with altars so that you can pray for the dead. There is this sort of overwhelming smell of incense. There's flowers everywhere. There are little trinkets and baubles to remember the dead, and they're strewn about here. On the floor, there is a giant sort of mural on the ground dedicated to the Lord of the Dead. There seems to be also little nooks and crannies for various other different sort of gods, almost as if hedging their bets. You find what seems to be another doorway leading further down into the City of the Dead itself. You follow down and down, and you start to run into sort of carved into the walls little nooks where bodies lie. Most of them seem to be most of them seem to have sarcophagus stone with runes inscribed telling who it is, who they were in life, how much people miss them. And as you go further in, you notice every now and then there doesn't seem to be one. Either it has been destroyed or lost. You see skeletons, and it just goes up and up and up and up and up. And it's just hard to imagine how old this place is. You go from room to room, walking the narrow pathways of the City of the Dead, following the map that you were given by Starstone to where the City of the Dead ends and where the rest of the Ancient Kingdom begins. There is a sense of history here. even through the cobwebs, even through the neglect of some of the lesser known, lesser used passages, the further into the City of the Dead you go, the more you notice how long this has been here. You start to go back, and Professor, with your passive perception and passive investigation, you notice some of the dates on here as well.
Excellent.
You manage to get to the point where it's back to the very sort of beginnings of Mythigar as a kingdom itself.
We are very far back.
Most of the alcoves now are empty with nothing but dust. As you reach what seems to be the end of the City of the Dead, there is a massive stone door. No carvings, no relief, but there seems to be sort of giant stone handles on it. What would you like to do?
Well, I think it's a safe bet that we need to go inside then.
Oi. Looks like it's you and me pushing them, huh?
Yep, let's do it. Shove a shoulder against the door and push it open and watch it to pull.
Make a strength
That's
roll.
always the way.
Alright. You and me, bud.
That's a 15. I rolled a 4.
That's a natural 20.
You all push, and there's a moment of no give, but then you hear as the doors start to push open. You watch as cobwebs just start to fall. Dust rises up as if these have not been open in quite some time. You push open into the darkness beyond, the City of the Dead having been lit up by gemstones placed there. There is nothing but yawning darkness ahead of you.
Well,
I guess it's down into the darkness. Do I have something for that?
You cannot get out. The way is shut.
I'll cast light on my for my
I do not
ring.
have light.
Well, do we even need it now? I think everyone's got dark vision at this point.
We do, but how claustrophobic are the cobwebs? Are they going to be an entanglement? Because I'd light up a torch and just start going through them.
As you light up a torch, you watch as it catches. There doesn't seem to be too much in the way of cobwebs in front of you. They seem to cling mostly to the tops and the corners of the corridor itself.
Right.
The dust on the floor seems thick,
Except
you don't know how long that's settled there. It could have been decades, it could be centuries, it could be millennia. Hard to tell.
Right.
Somebody wants to make nature. Nature or survival.
I'll make a survival check.
I will do either of those.
Let's open this up. There we go. I'm proficient with survival. That's a 19.
19, 21. You guys generally get the gist that there's not been somebody down here for maybe about 125, 150 years. In terms of a dwarvish lifespan, not too terribly bad.
Right. I mean, that's as old as I am. But I'm middle-aged, so...
It doesn't seem there's any footprints. So it seems that no one's been down here in a while.
Right.
That's the type of thing we're looking for.
Yeah. Do we want to shut the doors behind us just in case something comes up behind us?
But if something's in there, we need to run away from it.
Right. Well, that is the quandary, isn't it?
Yes, I'm gonna shut the door because I think it says it's a good idea. And Jess is the DM, and Jess would never leave us alone.
I think we should shut the door as well.
I would never lead you astray.
Never.
I just gave you this cool belt that I'm gonna kill you for. And then the monster's gonna wear it. Then that monster will be super powerful. Then Mythigar is gonna be burned to the ground.
All because of
Stone Mountain.
Charles, don't be giving away my secrets.
We're just gonna unleash.
Are they gonna
mind
burn it to the
flayers
ground?
On the above.
I'm just gonna fall over and then sing into the swamp.
Fill it with lava.
Summon a volcano underneath it.
Fill it
Yes.
with magma.
Well, it'd be lava because magma's trapped with him.
I know. I did that on purpose.
Liquid hot magma.
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 Right.
Magma is uninterrupted.
Alright, we keep going darker, deeper.
We're tempting the Julian.
Faster, stronger.
More than ever.
Stronger, deeper.
Now it's going through my head. This is the second song that's got stuck in my head today.
Gummy bears.
Oh my
bouncing
God,
here.
So after the game, there's things I have to say about that. You all managed to look. This is essentially where the map you were given becomes a little bit more vague. You see what seems to be a vague outline of where the temple should be, but there's no direct way to. There, you don't see any marked roads or passageways. You are now flying blind.
Oh dear.
Well, actually, you just said that. Never mind.
You can roll.
Did you say the map was no longer marked, or like none of the passageways were marked anywhere?
There, you don't seem to see any markings on the passageway, at least here, because you haven't moved in.
Okay.
But the map itself is very vague. All right, so this is where the City of the Dead is, and here's the general area
Well, I
of
was
where
going
the
to
temple should
say,
be.
we know the temple was at one point a temple to Moradin, right?
It was a temple to Moradin. It was not always a temple to Moradin. He did mention that it was something else before it was converted.
Alright.
Well, I was going to look on the... Is there like a signpost that's like, Moradin temple this way?
Make an investigation roll.
That would be easy.
Right? That'd be really clutch. Nope. 12.
You don't see anything. There do seem to be markings on the wall, but as you look at them, it's hard to tell exactly what they are.
Alright. I'm out of ideas. Let's go home.
Can I look at the markings?
You can read them. They're of an ancient form of Dwarvish.
Can I try to read them as well?
I do
Yeah.
speak Dwarvish.
You guys do speak Dwarvish, but this is a very ancient dialect of Dwarvish.
Like old Dwarvish.
Oh, fuck, this is old.
You get a feeling it's not directions and it's not naming someplace.
Abandon all hope, you do better.
You can make. There's not a linguistics check.
Like a history check?
Yeah, roll history.
Intelligence. Yeah.
Roll history.
There was a linguistics.
The way is shut. We cannot get out.
History. My plus
3.
served me well.
3.
Yeah, my history rolls have just been
Ooh, 14.
amazing tonight.
You, Telmar, you're looking at it, and it seems probably just. It's someone's goodbye. It's not full, and you can't tell exactly what it says, but. So, anyway, there doesn't seem to be any way marked forward. The hallway seems to be straight shot in front of you.
Oh.
So you go down for a bit until you hit what seems to be 3 ways. One to the left, one to the right, and one straight on.
Can I?
You get the you get the feeling that I will give this to you. The pathway to the right would take you in the complete opposite direction of you need to go, but it's hard to tell if the path in front of you or the path to the left would be better served. And goddamn it, Kyle.
Breathe, Dustin, breathe. We broke him. We did it again.
I'm not in much better shape.
Oh, Kyle's working too. This is hilarious.
Don't go in the right one. That would just take us all the way back to the wrong direction.
Well, it just
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
like forward or left.
Okay, I'm okay.
How about left?
Sure, left it is.
Does anyone have chalk by chance? I know we'll be able to see in the dust, but might as well mark
That's
as well.
3.
I've got flour,
Oh my god, you got
which you all scoffed at.
We're still scoffing at it. Have you used it yet?
I did use it that time in the labyrinth at Valentine's.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's right.
You all generally get the gist that the left probably a little bit more likely than forward to be where you need to go.
I think all of us, everything we own, to the left. To the
Sounds like a
left.
wonderful idea, Professor.
We should still probably use the flower though, Aaron dear. That's a good
Just in case.
Yes,
Oh,
could you
right.
put a box here to the left?
Yeah, I take out the flower and I flower girl. Get it? F-O-O-U-R.
Yes,
Flower
Yes,
girl.
I got it.
Thank you, Mike.
Holy shit. So you all toss flour onto the ground, which well enough stands stark to the dust on the floor as you walk to the left. To the left.
To the left, to the
God
left.
damn it, I wasn't ready.
Oh, flashback,
Now,
stop.
You watch as it starts to curve a bit. And you walk 5, 10, 15 minutes. And eventually then it branches off again. One going forward and one going to the right.
Which way was it curving?
There's one that's still curving straight on.
No, but the one we just walked for. Could we tell if it was curving to the left or curving to the right?
It was a gentle curve. It's hard to tell because you were walking it so long and it was a very gentle curve.
I would like to investigate, which I think is the way to go.
Okay, roll
I just
investigation.
want to hear somebody say gentle curve again.
Gentle curve.
Can I roll survival?
Yeah.
Survival.
It's not like it sticks straight up. It's just a gentle curve to it.
Little curve to the left.
Yeah, well, that's
Just a
better.
little curve. Just a little curve.
Sometimes that's the best way for it to curve.
I know, right?
I haven't had any complaints.
And we're out. You
This
guys,
is a
after
family
taking
show.
a look, you guys
It
taking a look.
most certainly is not.
Oh lordy, getting the strength. You notice, between Telmar and the professor, you manage to think if you keep going this way, if you keep going forward, it might have you shoot past where you think the temple is. So you decide that the right's probably the best way to go.
Right is always right, Professor.
Except when it's not right. Then
Well, it's
left.
right in this case.
Yes. Correct.
Right.
To the right.
Sure.
Roger.
Roger. Over and out.
Roger, Roger.
I say into the earpieces, I forgot we had these.
I forget we have a lot of
Nope.
things. I need to be finishing to work on the rest of them.
Yep, over.
That'd be great.
Over.
Roger.
That's a
Right.
249 or over.
Anyways, Professor
Roger,
out,
Roger.
Roger. To the right, everyone. Stop talking in the earrings. We're all within earshot.
No cha-cha.
Hands on hips, everyone.
Wow.
Okay, we talk in the earring and while we're right in front of each other, do we get like an echo effect? Like you do?
Yes, you do. It is really, really kind of like,
Did not make these for them to be toys.
Just looking at all of you like, what on
Yeah,
the
Rael
God's
has no
green
idea.
earth?
Rael has no idea what's going on either. You all are very silly.
I just
I-
men.
Just looked something strange on my desk. I probably shouldn't have done that.
Oh well. I'm feeding flour as we go down the right hallway.
You guys go down the right. Eventually, this goes on for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, a good hour ago we ran out of flour.
I meant for it to just be one mark, but
Well, whatever.
alright.
Things have been done.
Yeah.
You all notice as you're walking that it is eerily quiet down here.
You know, I can't help but notice that it's eerily quiet.
We're in a city of dead. If it wasn't quiet here, I'd be really concerned.
No,
Oh.
we're past the city of the dead.
Yes.
Yes,
We're in the old kingdom now.
Oh, quite a bit ways
I thought
down.
they were the same place.
I mean,
What's the temperature like?
it's cool.
That's odd. Should be
I
getting
would be-
warmer as we go farther down.
I would still be scared though, like Corin said, if it was noisy or there was. Although usually there's critters or dripping water or something. This is weird.
Well, I'd rather not run into any critters down in the strange under cave.
I don't know. I find critters to be a delightful, supportive bunch.
I do too. You eventually
While we're walking.
it starts to noticeably widen as you go. How far does that go?
5 miles.
5 miles.
Beast or fiend?
Beast or fiends? You don't notice either.
Well, that's a good sign.
The walkway opens further and further and further up until you come across a room where your light does not reach all of. It opens up. You get about, you guys got about 60 feet of least dim
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 60
Yeah.
dark vision.
darkness. You don't see edges of this thing. But it's 60 feet in front of you, you see what seems to be a sort of sign, almost. And it seems to be in the same ancient dwarvish runes that you got as you entered. This one's a little bit easier to read. It says, "Welcome to Mithorum."
Mithorum. Can I roll a history check
Uh,
to see if I would know anything about this from like
You can roll
childhood
it.
tales?
And if anybody's proficient in history, they can roll it.
Boo.
I am proficient in history.
I am not.
It's better that's an 18.
I, the great professor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two of you both know that Mithorum was considered sort of the first portion of the outer circle of Mythgar. This is where the Temple District was. This was an extension of where the Nobility Quarter was. As you walk forward, your light casts further and further out. You start to notice buildings, the windows gaping holes in the sides of stone, almost like the grinning skulls of the City of the Dead.
Well,
We're on the right track then.
we just have to figure out which way would be Moradin's temple.
Investigation rolls for me.
Proficient in that too. Ha!
You're proficient in everything, Dustin.
I am
Does it
the
have to be
professor.
investigation or survival?
Just investigation because you're searching for something now. You all start to search, and you manage to find what you think are the start of temples. You're like, I know that's a god. That's obviously some god. I don't know which one, but I know a holy symbol when I see it. Yeah. Professor,
Fuck.
you walk a little bit off to the side of where everybody is, noticing a pattern with the temples and figuring out that there is almost a methodical placement of where the temples are. And knowing that this wasn't a temple beforehand, you get an idea that maybe it's towards the back. Carrying your own torch, you manage to go all the way to the back of the temple district into a wall, which seems to be a simple temple. There seems to be a mark in front, which you know to be Moradin. It is deceptively small compared to some of the other temples, which seem to be a little bit more ostentatious, done in a more later style. It seems that when this was dedicated to Moradin, they did not touch it. They left it as is.
Moradin. Interesting. Here we are.
Right.
I find the entrance.
Yes.
You find the entrance. There are no doors. The windows are open. It seems whatever happened when they abandoned this, it's since been laid open. You peek in the doorway, and it seems to be open inside. There is nothing other than the walls and what seems to be a raised dais with an altar in the back.
Let's go look at the altar.
You look at the altar, and it is a carved, simple stone altar. Make investigations.
Yay.
Again.
I have taken my bow out at this point.
God, can I roll above a fucking 10 tonight?
No, I have forbid it.
I'm gonna join him at the altar.
That's two
Holy
nat ones.
shit, you guys.
We're just glitching into the same corner. Like,
I'm stuck. Why can't I get out?
Professor?
who's got wall hacks?
What is this? An investigation check?
Investigation check.
God damn it! I suck at these, you guys. 14.
Oh, you want more wisdom saves? I can do that too.
That's not what he said.
That's not what he said at all.
That's silly.
You looking, Professor, you notice it. It's the same marking that you saw in the book that would talk about the God's graces.
God's graces.
And it's not on the altar itself as you look. It's half obscured by the altar. It is on the floor. As if the altar is sitting on top of the rest of this mark.
That's weird. The mark there on the floor. I've seen that
Oh,
in
yeah.
the book. That talked about the God's graces.
Well, shall we move it then?
I suppose we could attempt to.
I'll try.
Is it the whole mark, or is it like obscured? Is the mark obscured?
The mark is half obscured by the altar. If you move the altar, you have a feeling the rest of the mark would be there.
I think if we move this, we could possibly see the rest of this mark.
Weird about moving an altar.
So.
Yeah, can I investigate around it to make sure nothing happens if we move it?
With your investigation scores that you've already got, it doesn't seem to be trapped.
Alright.
It doesn't seem to be sort of affixed to the floor itself. It just seems to be a very heavy stone altar that was placed there. Why they placed it there, hard to tell. It may have been just they thought the mark was a good place to put an altar.
I mean, between me, Connor, and Calvin, should be able to move it. Come on.
Oh yeah, you guys don't even need to roll strength if the three of you are going to do it.
Oh, yes.
I've got +5 strength as well.
You guys managed to pick the altar up, move it over to the side, and you see the rest of the mark, this one untouched by age, as if the altar placed on it managed to keep it from being worn down. And there before you is the mark of the God's graces.
That is the mark of the graces.
Well, then we're in the right place, I feel like.
I kneel down and examine the tile or stone that the mark is on.
Roll investigation for me.
Oh, that's not good. 10.
You notice it's a little bit more. The stone is different from all the other stones around it. It's bigger. You swear it's of a different color, but you're not certain because everything around here is dusty and dirty and has been left to hell.
Can I look
Yeah, I'll point that
at
out.
the
Then.
stone?
Yeah.
That's-
Roll with advantage because dwarf no yo.
Dwarf. Hey, first one's a natural 20.
Well, then you don't need to roll again.
So
You looking at this realize that this is weird. It's different. You even tap on it, and as you push your ear to it and tap on it, you realize there's a hollow sound. As you tap on the stones around it, that seems solid. This doesn't seem to be just a different stone tiling in the floor. This seems to be hiding something.
right then, lads. Looks like we have a tunnel.
Is there any way to move this, or are we going to be breaking stone?
You guys can try to move it. I would need, if the four of you do it, I would need Corin, Connor, Kel, and Talmar to roll strength checks.
There is no way I'm rolling a strength check.
That's 24.
Hey! You guys are buddies. 18. What'd you get?
That hill giant belt is fucking awesome.
Jesus fuck. You guys managed to sort of find enough of a hold after clearing away some dust. You grab the stone, you all lift, and it is heavy. But you manage to finally wrench it free, dust flying as you pick it up and move it off to the side. Below, you see in what light there is a stairwell leading down, this one of roughly hewn stone, leading down into the darkness. And perhaps one of the other god's graces, and that is where we're leaving off for the night.
Okay.
And I hope you guys had fun.
That was
That
awesome.
was awesome. I really want to see what's down there.
Oh my god! What are we going to
Beholder.
face now?
It's a beholder.
It's like an army of beholders now. Probably we fought.
It's always a
There's
beholder.
gonna be
We
30
fought a
mind
death
fighters
tyrant.
down
We
there.
Which
did
is
fight a
different.
death tyrant. It'll be
We
like
have 7 level 10s.
some sort of beholder mutant. A beholder
Fomorian
gelatinous
guy.
cube sort of thing.
Entire
Fomori-
mind flayer
yeah, a couple
combination.
Fomorians probably could wouldn't be hard.
I will
demand
give the black
scritches.
kitten all its scritches.
All of the scritches.
And then it will get startled and it will climb up my back and then I will scream.
No. I will climb into your lap and then demand belly rubs.
Not the
Which is the
belly
ultimate
rubs.
trap.
I have no saves against belly rubs.
Belly rub. Sorry. I'm a little loopy. I don't know if you can tell. And my throat is...
Cute.
No, and my throat's starting to get really fucking sore. I don't know if you guys can tell.
don't
I
get
love
what
you
you're
all
saying.
so much, but I gotta go. I have work tomorrow.
Night.
Bye,
Bye.
Chris.
Night, Chris.
Chris.
Good night,
Bye.
Chris. I will miss you.
Goodbye, Dusty.
I will miss you and your bearded face, you sexy bastard.
Always miss you and your bearded face, you sexy bastard. When are you gonna come on Dungeon Crawl? And
The minute I will do it. The next time you
The
have
minute
something
I
going
do
on.
it. Yes.
I am drunk. I'm sorry. I drank the whole thing of port.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Dustin, I love you.
Alright, buddy. I love you all. Bye bye.
Night.
Bye.
So I hope you guys had fun, especially learning the bankroll that Connor has.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Could have just
Oh.
borrowed 500 from him.
I had thought you would have gone to Shalloon first. So, Charles, I now know how you feel. It happens. I'm okay with this because I have now got an alternate way of having the event that I had set up in Shalloon happen.